What is going on, everyone? Deej's here. I am so excited and a little nervous to share with you the first ever FOG Goblin Goblet. The tournament where the 4 best FOG players, the best, face off once against each other in this live FOG tournament. Oh man, so to start off, we have the 1 seed, Mr. Go7. Everyone knows Go7 if you play Advanced Wars really bad. Let's be honest with each other. The unanimous best FOG player versus Tordread, one of the most aggressive players these days. He started off more of a passive player, as I mentioned in one of my earlier videos, then grew really aggressive, and with that shot to the top, reached the highest player's amount of points ever. I think he reached 1,600, higher than even Go7 ever reached. Went a little down from there afterward because people got used to his aggressiveness, but all the same, the 2 of the strongest players, the 1 seed Mr. Go7 and the 4 seed Mr. Tordread. We have some alts here just so people don't start going around and sharing secrets and spoiling everything beforehand. So we have Go7 is Go7, of course, and Tordread is Tordread. Now, these 2 players, I have only good things to say about them. They both have dominated me throughout the years. I have 1 or 2 wins against either of them, and I have countless losses. I want to add one thing. Although Go7 is a much higher rated player, and I believe him to be a better FOG player than Tordread, Tordread is a very good live player, whereas Go7 is a much more, he takes his time, he's a much more patient player. And I think this might come back to bite him in the ass. Go7 almost ran out of time when he faced me in the live game, and I beat him in the live game, so it's doable. He is a little more vulnerable in a live game than he is in a normal FOG game. That's why I do not think the seeds quite tell the whole story of how this game could go. Tordread is quite quick. You're gonna see him, he lives and breathes FOG live play. He's super quick. Even in non-live games, he still acts like it's a live game. Kind of like me, although he's much better at it than I am. Anyway, this game is going to be a winner. And I'm so excited. They both chose Kindle for this matchup, but you're only allowed to pick tier 3. But you're only allowed to pick each of the COs 1 time. So next round, whoever advances will not be able to use Kindle. So they each use their Kindles. Kindle's a strong pick on this map right here. This game right here is on 1 vs 1 Same. I played on this map back in like September in 2021, back when I first started and got slaughtered. And I haven't forgot about this map since. It is a 3-base map. Strong side will be over here, although it's very slight because this mountain right here kind of prevents this base from reinforcing this one over here. You have to go curve around a bit. So your weak side is actually the one where you reinforce with the black boat, whereas your strong side is the side over here where you try to push them off of their comm tower. Now this can take a variety of different ways. You don't want to be a dabbler, you want to be a stabler. So you want to have a strong side and a weak side. I assume it's just going to be bullying whoever can beat out the other one's comm tower first, push them back, prevent them from landing their black boat and their mechs. I think mechs are going to be viable here. You drop one in the mountain or in the forest over here. It goes to the mountain, grants vision, grants a lot of attack, defense from this mountain over here. So I think some mechs are going to be pretty viable here. Recons are pretty viable. Look how fast a recon can get over here. There's so many roads, so many cities, so many bridges, reinforcing the strong side of recons. Therefore, I don't think Tordread's going to go all out tanks. I expect to see some artillery. I expect to see some recons. I expect to see all sorts of things on this map. It's not a very high income map, it's a medium income map, so I don't expect to see many bombers or stealths or anything of the sort, but you never know with this sort of thing. I think it's going to be an all-out brawl, and I think it might come down to time. I think this could be a longer game since Go takes his time playing sort of player, but man, it's going to be a hell of a match. But before we start, we're about to start very soon, I just want to give my thanks. Sincere thanks for all the participants. They all, without question, said they'd do it. They were all amenable to dates. They were very helpful. I want to give a shout out to Malleus for making the thumbnail for this FOG tournament with the flipper and everything. It's beautiful. He just done thumbnails for my YouTube videos in the past. Just a great guy. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Cynic, the guy who made the hype video. It was just so awesome. Really built up the hype. And then I want to thank all of you guys. I know Advanced Wars is a dead game. No one's played it for 20 years on the consoles or what have you, but we still have a live community. I want to thank everyone who plays Advanced Wars by web and made this possible, who made my YouTube channel possible. I don't take any of you all for granted. I hope you really all enjoy this, because I am so excited. I'm nervous. I think you guys can probably tell. I'm a little more nervous than I am for my normal replay commentaries and whatnot, because this is my first tournament I'm hosting by myself, and I'm just so excited. Anyway, without further ado, let us begin the game. And we're live. Let's go, mother cluckers. Let's go. We are looking from the viewpoint of Go7. I forgot to mention it. The higher seed will be showing us their thought process. Just to let you know what it's like to see through the best players' points of view. So the higher seed will be showing. Hogat will be showing his point of view in his game versus Inkagark next game. And the winner of whoever the higher seed in the finals will be showing their point of view. So we will see this from the point of view of Go7. I only let these two players know about this map about 2 hours ago. They didn't have time to prep for it. Maybe they had time to glance over it and think of the first 3-4 lines of it, but not very much time at all. No one has any idea what to expect for the finals or anything of that sort. So everyone is just going in very blind. I wanted to make it blind. I wanted to show these people how do people adapt to situations they're not used to being in. And so hopefully these little stupid error pop-ups don't come up too much, but we'll see. You know how Advanced Wars by Web is. We have a few, the other contestants are also watching as well. Looks like Go's debating whether to build a recon or to build an infantry right here. Unfortunately, we will not be able to see his income. So we will not be able to see income, we will only be able to see battles. So I'm assuming at this point he's debating, should I get a recon strong side to block this tower / city, or if he's going to get just 2 normal penguins. So, unless that or my things froze. Oh my goodness, he built a he was not thinking of a recon, he was thinking of a T-copter. That is Mr. Go7 for you. Wow, okay. So now Mr. Tordread, we have no idea what he's up to. We're only going to see him, the first unit we're going to see is probably going to be a tank. I just got a hunch. Maybe a recon. But I have a feeling a tanky's coming in. And Go's going for this capture chain. He's not going for the comm tower first. He's going for this capture chain over here. Capture that. Or he can go backwards as well, but he's probably going to go forwards. Yeah, I like this this T-copter build over here. Plenty of time on the clock. We have nothing to worry about in time right now. Go7 is the strongest at the beginning when he has a lot of time to plan. He's probably going to get in the black boat. Oh, double. He's not even going to cap this port yet. He's going to go down here, probably plop one here, plop one there. I mean, get the comm tower, get this property over here. He's going to need to reinforce with like a mech or a tank or something, because these are going to be ripe for the picking for a recon. By not going recon on a strong side, he's going to allow Tordread to get these properties. So this T-copter's got to pay off, and he's going to have a defensive plan to deal with this ongoing capture over here. So just watch out for the tanks, watch out for the recons, especially early recon. You're not going to see a tank here for another 3-4 turns. A recon could pop up here in 1 to 2 turns, just by how easy it is. From this space right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it reaches this city over here in 2 turns. Gets vision of these in the process. 3 turns, and you're over here and you have vision of everything. So recon takes 4 turns to attack. 3 to get vision, 4 to attack. So, yeah. I'm not sure if this is, like, lagging or something. Oh, my goodness. No! Okay, well, we have a little technical difficulties, but I think we're right back in it. Once this viewer thing shows, I think that's when everything is back to normal. Some of these stupid little errors and stuff. I apologize if we're going to have to do some refreshing in the meantime, but that's just part of this site. You get used to it. I hope you guys like my alt, by the way. Tanks Are Dumb 21. It's pretty cute name. We had to get some alts in here, so they kept pretty straightforward with their alts, but I was a little creative. So Tordread still got more time than Go, probably an extra minute. Looks like Go's going to be using this T-copter on his strong side, not on his weak side, because he already has the B-boat on his weak side, so there's no real need. But yeah, I'm expecting the first attacks probably to come over here from Tordread, since he's probably not going for a T-copter and probably going for a recon or a tank. I expect him to be the aggressor, whereas Go is focusing on the economy, going for the long game. Though with Kindle, we'll see. I'm actually kind of surprised Go chose Kindle. I thought he was going to choose Rachel or maybe Andy. My God. Oh, I love the pop-up. My goodness. Alright, well, we're going to get used to this, aren't we? We're going to get used to this. One of these times it'll work, trust me. There we go. Go in the T-copter, probably going to drop right here to get this right there. He's not really utilizing a boost right now, though. So it's a little curious. I expect this penguin to move over there to the middle. And let's see. I think I might have to keep refreshing, to be honest. Okay, builds a recon over here, builds a penguin over here. So the recon is coming into play, but wanted to opt for the forward penguin first before opting for the recon. And mech is interesting. Actually, no, it's not interesting. Like I said earlier, it makes sense. There's the recon, the early recon. Knew it was coming. Okay, so Go doesn't have a tank in position, doesn't have a mech in position. He also did not go for this comm tower over here, which is very curious. So this may never get into Go's hands with this much pressure. Tordread might have one comm tower to start where Go might have 0, so he may not have to take that into account, that Go will lose some firepower in this. That's personally why I like going for the recon over the T-copter. You want that pressure first. This T-copter is probably going to pay off later, but it's not really boosting that much. It allowed him to get this property earlier, this property, probably this one he's going for, I would assume, and then bring it back and then get the other ones. But in terms of payoff, not entirely sure. It remains to be seen. Go's a better player than me. He probably knows more about the utility of the T-copter. Probably going to use it for more mechs. Maybe once he brings it back over here, maybe it comes down and Blackbow gives some. T-copter gives the other, one from this base and one from the other. So we'll see. This mech will reach the Blackbow in 2 turns. So let's see what Go does over here. He's probably going to retreat this to one of those 2 forests. The recon can see the other infantry, and he might go for it just to get some repairs going on. I think every time that little pop-up thing pops up, I have to like get to refresh or some crap. Stop. Bad. Oh, I just have to wait a little longer. Okay. There we go. Now it should be moving and stuff. So this recon, I would assume, goes to the weak side over here. Then that penguin would go to one of these 2 forests. Yeah, he's going for the top one over here. And then he's going to have to retreat that penguin, I would assume. Or he can bluff that he has a tank, but I think Tordread knows that he's not going to have a tank this early in the game. Building a tank in the middle one. So he could shift it down here and bring it down, or he could just continuously bring it to the strong side. This could be just a battle of the sides. I think Go's debating whether to retreat this infantry or to... I would retreat it. I think unit count is more important in this situation rather than bluffing. But you never know. So Go is definitely banking on this capture city over here. I don't think Tordread to have this. Tordread probably going for the earlier, safer properties over here rather than going down there. But remains to be seen. Just let it die. I mean, if he retreats it, then he's going to get hit by that, and he's going to have to pay 200 in repairs. That may throw off his game and his income. So you never really know. Maybe he could build a tank and a recon and an infantry one turn, but if he had to pay the 200 in repairs, maybe that gets him below the threshold for that. So, you know, he probably has his reasons for that. But opted to not save that little penguin. That penguin was slaughtered. That penguin was massacred. He was not a happy feet penguin. A deady feet penguin, if you must. So let's see. This mech needs to reinforce very soon. Bring the mech into the forcer. The recon's going to obviously see it. I believe when you unload a unit, you also see it. So he's going to unload the mech there. The recon's going to have to be scared. Probably going to, if I'm the recon, I'm probably going to plop on one of these cities. Maybe even on this comm tower over here. Actually, that's a pretty good move. You plop on the comm tower, only allowing one unit to get off at one time. Or you can actually just go on the shoal. Ooh, that's another thing. You can plop on the shoal over there. Prevent anything from going out. Let's see what Tordread did. Let's see where he placed the recon. Actually, no. He won't have time to place the recon, so I guess that's maybe why he suicided the unit. If he didn't suicide it, the recon could have gone over here and blocked a whole bunch of stuff. So I think every time that stupid pop-up comes up, I have to refresh. So forgive me. This one's probably going to go over here. And maybe this one over here for the aggressive captures first. Recon's getting in position. It will get vision and will be able to attack. Vision in 1 turn, be able to attack in 2 turns. Depending on vision from this mountain over here. My god. And let's see. This penguin over here. Okey-doklers. Going for this property, I agree with that. This property over here is easier to get. Nice boost from that to be able to get this property early. The labs do not provide any material advantage. They do not unlock any units like stealths or anything. You can use stealth on this map. They're not banned. They're not particularly good, but they're not banned. Only ban is black bombs on this. So We're not going to see that. The income is not very high. Let's give a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Should I count? I'm just going to count what he currently has, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So he only has 15k income. That's enough for 2 tanks and an infantry. That's not a bad build. But yeah, he did put his mech over here on the defense. Let's see what Tordread does. So he's probably going to try to capture this with the Penguin, and then the mech will back it up. But by this point, I'm expecting Tordread to have a tank as well as a recon, so he'll have a double team. So it's a little dubious whether that Penguin will be able to capture this. Go is over here, and this would be a route over here for Tordread, so pretty interesting so far. I'm wondering if that T-Copter is going to be worth it. He's going to have to get a lot of use out of it. And by the way, Go is going for the early Copter. I don't think he would normally do this, but against Tordread, who loves his tanks, yeah, Copters can sometimes catch him off guard because he gets builds tank, 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 and then he builds an anti-air maybe a little too late. I've seen a game where Tordread was brutalized by a man named Spooticus. I faced him myself. He's a strong player. He built so many B-Copters. He probably had like 3 B-Copters by turn 10 or 11. It was ridiculous. And he really punished Tordread for that. So I think Go knows this. He's the tank guy. Let's build some B-Copters. Let's blast some shit. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. So I assume grab vision over here, see what there is. Attack if you can. I don't think Tordread is here, but if he is, something's going to get seriously injured. Yep, he's not there yet. I got the corner though. He's probably going to plop this recon in the forest and aim to interrupt this cap next turn. That tank will be in range. Oh, bringing the Copter to the strong side. We are seeing the battle of the strong sides. He's not even really trying that much. Just one little mech over here. The recon is over here, trying to get vision. Probably his tank backup, infantry backup at this point. The mech is just straight up chilling. The recon does have vision of this right now. So he knows there's a mech right there. So little dubious. And don't forget, your black boats get tired. You need to put them in the port for a little bit to recharge their fuel. It's only got 15 fuel right now. Oops. So where's he gonna put this? Here? No, he's got to go all out on the strong side at this point. It's gonna be Tordread's gonna take all of this eventually, and Go's gonna take all of this eventually. I'm just wondering when we're gonna have the massive battle in the center. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh, yes. There's the meat. The infantry fresh meat for the recon and the tanky. There we go. Oh, he's going for the interrupt early. Because Tordread probably doesn't have a tank, but if he's a tank, that's really bad news for Go, because it's going to one-shot that recon right there, and you can't dislodge a tank from a city. So Go's probably praying there's not a tank here. If there's a tank here for Tordread, oof, it's looking really rough for Go. So let's see. Is he going to go for this property over here? That remains to be seen, because the mech is covering both these properties here with its defenses. Unless Tordread wants to sack a recon. We'll see what exactly he does with that. He does go for the property over here. Okay, and now it's Tordread's turn. So, oh, he brought it back. Is there a tank? Oh, man, that's gotta hurt for Go. Oh, that was well played. That came out of nowhere. I think it would come from down here, but no, it came from over the side. Dang, that sucks for Mr. Go. Ouch. Because Tordread's recon's alive and well. And he's got this contested property that Go does not quite yet have. However, I think Go might be able to get it because that mech is right there, but if I'm Tordread, I'm feeling pretty good about that kill. Maybe I sack my own recon to prevent this cap over here. Mech kills the recon, but prevents Go from capturing this property for later on in the game. In a 1k income lead, you can add up, and eventually it's going to be going to Tordread's hands. But if I'm Tordread, though, I probably wouldn't sack the recon. This feels pretty good over here. You have no counterplay. You can't attack this tank. There's no way you attack a Kindle tank with another tank unless you're from a city yourself. So that tank got a free kill, free lunch, ate it. What are you going to do about it? So Tordread's feeling pretty good. And the time is looking pretty good for Go. I thought Go would be a lot lower on time by this point, but he seems to be really prepared in terms of time management. But time management won't really work if he's farther behind. So right now, if I'm Go, I'm probably going to kill this infantry with tank, infantry, then start capping. And try to make a block or something of the sort to make sure that tank does not get on that city. Like, make sure there's no 2 infantry over here, or 3 infantry would probably be required to kill an infantry on there. So you want to get control of the city over here. You want to maintain your tanks on top of the cities just to make sure that you're in complete control. So he was able to get this property. Tordread was not too aggressive there, understandably so. And this battlecopter, ooh, not quite in range to defend the tank if he does get off a tank counterattack. So that kind of sucks, not gonna lie. He might just hang back for a turn, then this B-copter comes in, kills, infantry kills, and then he plops another Pengi on top or something. So, we'll see. Man, really going heavy on the B-copter. He's probably got 17k in income at this point, so for 18k with 3 bases allows you to get 2 infantry, a tank, and a battlecopter every single turn, assuming you don't have repairs. So as soon as you get repairs, this whole thing kind of falls apart. So you want to make sure that you don't have anything repairing when you have an 18k every single turn to pump out those. Whoa, he must have saved up. That's a lot of income right there. That's 13,000, 22, 23,000 saved up. So he must have not bought much last turn. I think he just bought a battlecopter and a couple infantry, or a few infantry. So he's been saving up. So I'm assuming this is going to go on the weak side. He's going to plop this in this forest. Ooh, this forest is pretty sexy for an artillery. Covered. 4 cities covered by that. Not going on the offensive with the tank. So there's something to be said about that. He's retreating. So now Tordread thinks that there's tanks over here. Because if he showed his tank over there, it would be quite obvious that there's going to be nothing over here. So by not revealing his hand, Tordread's probably thinking, oh, there's nothing at all over here. I just got a free recon kill. I'm assuming a tank's going to come up. Oh, no, an infantry. All the same, dead. So Tordread has got to be feeling pretty good so far. That recon, small thing, 4k, but it's early on in the game. We're talking that was turn day 8, perhaps? Those sort of things snowball. So we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, so it looks like Tordread's building an infantry wall, so Go doesn't have many angles of attack to attack over here. And he doesn't have the recon, so his vision is quite shitty right now. You can't see jack shit. And Tordread probably has something on the mountain, so he has a lot of vision. So Tordread is a lot of vision denial. That's the good thing about keeping a recon alive. It's 4k or whatever, but the main thing is the vision. If it lived with 1 HP, you know, just as good, basically. But he has no idea what's going on. This whole thing is just a shadow of doubt and unknown. So he's got to probably build a recon this turn. Maybe double reconning it, one on the top, one on the bottom. Although he probably doesn't need one on the bottom. You just have to maintain control of this mountain over here. And this mountain is just as good as a recon. You're not going to be trying to fight much over here anyway. You're just going to be trying to hold the coast with some mechs and an artillery apparently. And that's not a bad choice. It's going to take a lot of turns to get there. We'll see if it gets there in time before he's completely overrun. So hopefully we don't have too many of those stupid little pop-ups. Oh, god damn it. Okay, yeah, going for the double. Oh, no, he's probably going to go with the copter and then go for the cap. That's what I think. He's going to go for the copter kill. Easy copter kill. Get the penguin on top, capping. Refueling that little RT over there. This copter seems to be more middling. Could shift down to the bottom if need be. But he's got so many copters. Let's see if this copter gamble pays off, because Tordread probably has a lot more tanks and recons right now than Go7 does. But the thing the copters give you is unit count, because you're building 4 units a turn instead of 3 units a turn. So you're gaining an infantry every time you build a copter, theoretically. You're spending a lot of money. Let's be honest here, but you're gaining an infantry over your opponents. Although you're losing ground forces such as tanks and recon and artillery and whatnot. So there's a price to be paid, because it's 9k rather than 7k for a tank and whatnot. So looks like Go's just chilling. He's planning his attack. I did not choose to show the battlecopter yet. He's going to have a massive battlecopter attack soon, I think. And I think he's going to catch Tordread really off guard. One battlecopter is one thing. 2 battlecopters, another thing, and a third in tow. Tordread is probably going to have 1 anti-air, if that. It's probably going to have 1 anti-air already built. It could be down here, could be up here, but he's only going to have 1 at this point. And Go has a continuous 4 copter chain. So, and you build the recon. Good, good, good. I agree with that. 2 turns and it's already in the fray, giving you vision. So I like that. It's a pretty good build right here. Copter, tank, recon. Beautiful. So this is pretty decent. He's got pretty decent income. We are even on income right now. The only difference is that Tordread... Oh, I did not expect that. Okay. Just, I don't think he's going to attack with anything else. I think he's going to put a penguin here on this city over here. Prepare these ones for the attack. Yeah, he's not going to go in. He just wanted to delay that 1 turn before the big copters come in. Maybe move this penguin to the city or right down here. One of these wants to get over here so you can wrap around that infantry right there. Get another angle of attack. That's another thing. You want to be able to control a bunch of squares around to capture, because if he has an infantry wall, like let's say there's a bunch of infantry right here, you only have 1 way to attack this thing from the front. Perfectly out of range. That infantry has no idea. And they probably won't have an idea. The tank's somewhere over here, maybe in the forest. So he has no idea about the incoming copter slaughter. Get to the copter! Sorry, that was really bad. Man, that's stupid. I hate that stupid little message. Walker! Alright. At least we don't get the pop-ups when we have Tordread's turn. So, oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. He just gave up the city. The tank can sit on that. Something can sit on that city. Ooh. And then when you sit on the city, it's hard to dislodge anything. I didn't like that attack over there. You should have just kept it behind. So he seems Go is losing his side over here faster than Tordread is losing it. But Go has a nice front over here. We don't know what Tordread has. I assume, yeah, he took control. No more black boats are welcome here. You can plop 1 off in the forest, but that is it. And this mech can theoretically get an attack on that, but it's not going to do very much. I'll show you an example. Let's see what this does right here. Double Kindies. We're going to do 42 to 48. And the tank is going to... Oh no, it's going to be from a shoal. So yeah, you're getting a lot of damage back. Not quite worth it in my book. But we'll see what he does with the mech. You know, it's got to do something. So it looks like Tordread got a kill over here using his infantry. He's capping this over here. Not giving up on it yet. I think he just retreated his weak unit. Put a new fresh 10-y. That's a 10 HP infantry on top. But Go is about to bring the wave in. And he's got to hope that this wave catches Tordread off guard, because Tordread is winning at this point. He's taken control of the side earlier, got the recon kill over top of Go. Let's see if we can see stats. No, we can't see stats. And everything's kind of, you know, annoying. This is kind of why you do mostly standard matches these days instead of a fog match, because that stupid little pop-up. But you live and you learn. And I think we still learned something from this. And we got 2 tanks over here. Recon, tank, recon. I mean, tank, recon, recon. Yeah, I cannot speak today. Tank, recon, tank. So Go knows that there's not much over here. Probably an anti-air, probably 1 tank, maybe an artillery in this forest over here. And artillery is very viable, as Go is showing over here. He's bringing it down over there himself. Easy cap. He needs to get vision of this to make sure there's nothing on there. There probably is an infantry on there, so it's going to be hard to dislodge that. But we will see. So if I'm Go, maybe I bring this penguin down 1 space or right down here to gain some insight into what's going on over there. So we'll see what Go can do about this. Plenty of time. Time is not a factor right now. Time is not a factor at all. It's going to be a big factor later. So it's good for these guys to you know, take their time now. Just make sure you have enough later. Interesting. I don't think that's 2 hit KO unless he brings in a copter to attack as well. That's the thing. I don't know why he attacked with the infantry first. I guess he wanted to get vision. So we'll see what comes of that. Another thing, there is a 30-day limit. We're at day 12. At 30 days, whoever has the most properties wins. That's how it is. You lose if you run out of time. You lose if you get to 30 days and you don't have enough properties. You lose if you resign. It's basically how it is. I don't think there is a capture limit in play. So theoretically, someone could keep going for a while. Ooh, this copter is I wonder why he didn't go for the copter attack first. He probably had second thoughts about it. But then, my God, stop doing that. Brought in this over here. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's the tank, though. There's the tank. He's got to make sure he stays on top of that, though. Capturing. There you go. This is looking pretty nice. So he's going to get a free hit off over here. But there's more than one copter. And there's another tank here as well. Is he going to interrupt this with one of the infantry? That remains to be seen. If I'm Go, I don't know. But the copter chain, that's there to stay, I think. So I'm assuming that copter is going to die. But you never know. There's multiple copters, so that one might die. But then you have a tank to finish it off. 2 tanks. Well, that one's going to be weakened for sure. That mech is going to get a hit off on it. What's he going to do with that tank? He's probably going to kill this infantry, kill it, plop an anti-air on top of the city to kill the copter. There's a lot of different ways this can unfold. We also have to be cognizant of powers. Ooh, nice block. Nice block. Now this tank has to either attack or move and allow the mech to attack. So this is interesting. But bottom side, tail of 2 cities. The bottom side is just Tordread Town. Tordread Town or Tordread Town. Tordread Town. It's but Go needs to rely on this push over here. I have no idea what Tordread does over here, but Go's forces looking pretty good over here. Yep, going for the interrupt over there. Doesn't want to let the easy cap. He will be getting a power probably next turn or the turn after. So we shall see. This is probably going to go down here. This artillery. Penguins are going to surround it. He has a lot of penguins over here. I'm assuming that's just going to stay in the mountain at this point. You just want to keep your unit count intact. Bring those 2 penguins down over here. Get your numbers. Just try to hold on. Maybe bring 1 copter down. Yeah, man, copter every single turn. I mean, this technique works. You know, building an anti-air. You know, I don't know about an anti-air at this point because he has so many copters. I feel like the copters can kill the other copters. And he built on his strong side too. He didn't bring on his weak side, so if there's a copter over here, he's kind of screwed. So interesting how he chose, unless he loops it around over there. Did choose to kill the recon. Oh, alright. Vision denial. Okay. But he's going to get nearly one shot by that tank and then finished off by another infantry. Bye. So let's see what goes on over here. This is where the meat is happening. Meaty. So assume Tordread's taking it by a quadrant approach. Usually when people play, they focus on one quadrant, then they focus on the other side. Like, I don't go one turn here, I'll move the mech here, and I also move it. He's probably focusing on everything down here first. He's going to cap that. He's going to cap that comm tower in 2 turns. And let's go has something to say about it. He's going to get that artillery in place. Oh my god, look at tanky Tordread go. Look at tanky Tordread go. There's 3 tanks down here. He's not going to have much over here then. But he does have a mech and a tank. And he said if he has an anti-air, that's also going to spell bad news for Mr. Go7. But Go might not even need to interrupt this cap. He's getting pretty close to a urban blight, so he can do a bunch of damage, then just plop the artillery in the forest, surround it on 2 sides. You don't even need to surround on the front, because he needs to get vision of your artillery first. So here, just make an infantry wall with your infantry right there, and put your artillery inside, and they won't be able to find it and also shoot it in the same turn. Unless you break through the infantry wall, of course. Okay, so he opted to do the tank and then attack with the mech. Go is definitely going to get his power next turn, just by virtue of... Oh! Okay. Okay. Little does he know that Go has a lot of battlecopters, though. Oh man, this is going to be interesting. It's hard to say. Because that copter is going to come and attack that tank from that comm tower and, like, massacre it. Probably do, like... If he gets a power off, that's going to one-shot it, I believe. Copter to tank, one-shot. And then that copter is going to do a lot of damage to that copter. Probably like 70%, give or take. So we'll see. And you don't want to heal this tank either, because if you try to heal it, you're going to get 3 damage done to you next turn by Tordread's power. That's the thing about Kindle. It's hard to like heal up your units and keep them in the fight because you know you're gonna have to spend 3 repair buckaroonies later on down the line. So sometimes it's better to let them die or to let them fight on and just serve as blockers. So kind of throws everything on its heels. Usually when I play any other CO other than Kindle and Drake and Olaf and Hawk and whatnot, I always like to heal my units. But if I know Winter Fury is coming, if I know a Typhoon, if I know an Urban Blight is coming, sometimes I just like to let my units die. So Go's going to use his power. He might get some free kills first, but I assume he's going to use his power first. Won't even need to interrupt that. And he's going to get a nice 7% or 7 HP over on this tank over here because it's got a little greedy and sat on that thing. Going for the attack before the Urban Blight. Interesting. He's got to pop it though because he's going to get the one shot in the tank, which is going to be glorious. So, but interesting. He didn't want the extra 10% attack and defense associated. Is he not going to use it? I'd be shocked. I think he should use it because there's enough units. And this is also on a city over here, this mech. Oh, he's going to... Why is he healing it? Why is he healing it? That is a dead mech. And the copter should not attack from the forest. It should attack from the city. Let's see who's going to attack with the full... Yeah, there you go. Is he going to use the power now? No. Interesting. Saving up the power. Is he waiting for a super? What is he waiting for? Huh. I guess he was waiting for a more devastating attack, but how is he going to interrupt? He's going to have to sack a penguin. Huh. Very confused by the lack of using the CO power. He's got to make sure his units do not go on cities and stay away from cities. And see these over here. Gotta be a little cognizant of where to attack and where not to attack. Kills the 4 HP infantry over here. He's got to get something on top of that city, but if he puts it on top, he's also going to lose 3 HP. So it's kind of a lose-lose when you face Kindle. You want to control the cities and have something on top. However, if you put them on top during a power, of course you're going to lose your 3 HP. So will the copter streak continue? I think that's what everyone's waiting for. He's going to build another copter for like the 7th, however many times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Will it make it to the 6th chain? I'm so surprised. That would have brought that down to 2 and probably him to 9. So that's pretty nice engagement to begin with. That would have one-shot that. And then healing this. That's going to go down to 1 HP. Don't quite agree with that. Go is significantly lower on time now. Now it's starting to come into play. He's at 10 minutes. Tordread is at 15. Tordread has a 50% increase or advantage in terms of time. I think Go is going for the super, or is just waiting to use his power when he has more things planned. He's not trying to interrupt that. He's not even going for the artillery in the forest. Very defensive approach by Go. Very defensive. Curious. I'm sure he has his reasoning. But that copter's going to take 3 HP. We're going to see some damage here. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, 3. No, it's not terrible. Tordread's going to use it. I know Tordread. He's going to use his power. He's not even going to think very much. He might do 1 or 2 attacks, and then he's going to use his power. He's using it. There's no way he's not using it. There's an anti-air at this point, I would think. Or another copter. Okay. You can use it now? Don't tell me these guys both don't use it. They gotta use it. Yeah, you didn't need to use it for that KO. Man. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that was these guys. And I forgot to mention we do have the copter chain. 6 copters. 6 copteroos on the line. And Go's not really worried though. He's got no cities though to take advantage of this copter over here. If the copter is one space closer, adjacent to the city over here, or adjacent to the city over here, he could pay a heavy price. I don't know what. Go's not going to get that much value from a high society, so Kindle's super kind of sucks. I've saved up for it before. Unless it's a high income map like Stalling Rod
Settles as still water. 1v1 Misty or whatever it's called, where you have like 30,000 income, at least 28,000 in income, like tons of cities. She's not going to be very good. And here it's like, I think Go has like 20,000 in income. He needs like 8 more cities to be viable superpower. So I expect Go to use the power this next turn. I don't know why he didn't use it this last turn, but the defense would have been nice. He would have stopped this cap over here. I assume he's got to use it now to like get this comp tower like stopped for a turn so he can get some nice hits off first. I'm kind of confused why he didn't use the power there, but Tordread's mech is alive and well on that mountain. So Tordread, I still think still has the lead. And he's got control of the city over here, whereas Go does not have control of this city over here. So, curious. Thinking whether he should use his power. The answer is he should have used it last turn. He can get a 2-hit KO on this copter right there, though. Move that infantry. Kill something with it. He can do a lot of damage this turn. He's got 2 tanks, a recon to give him nice vision. Use that recon to kill this infantry maybe? Get a shit ton of vision. Interesting. I would have gone for the recon attack first, but he wanted to have a guaranteed KO. Okay. Now using Urban Blight, as expected. So I'm assuming this recon's going to go for this city then? Okay. So we got that. And this copter can go on and finish it off. Oh, and then when he kills the copter, that infantry can attack from the city over there and do some damage to that mech. So that's not a bad follow-up at all. Oh, he's going to use the tank, probably. That's kind of overextending. I mean, you see it, but a little overextending. To attack this tank to that tank. Yeah, you go for that copter over there, obviously. And then maybe you bring that tank over there to attack that mech. God damn it. I'm going to have to edit that out. Alright, bring the anti-air in the middle over here so it can cover both sides. What's he going to do with this tank? I'm assuming he's going to wrap it around, attack the mech, then use the penguins to finish it off. Let's see. I don't like the look of this going in there. Well, unless he brings the copter in deep with him. Attacking a tank that deep? Probably building another copter, to be perfectly honest. If he can have the income, he lost a lot of money on repairs, so he might not have enough money to build a tank, copter, and infantry this turn. He might just build a couple tanks. Yeah, maybe just a double tank infantry this turn because he lost some money on his repairs. Tordread's going to lose some money too from the Urban Blight. So we'll see what he does with that tank. That tank's got to go out of the force and do something. He's debating. He's like, should I attack here? Like, I'll have a copter in range. Maybe I bring the other copter in range. Or do I kill this pesky old little mech? The mech can't really reach anything of value right now, though. That's the thing. There's no tanks in range for the mech. So the mech is sort of useless. Didn't attack it. Just wanted to get the vision. No, not vision, because it's from a forest. Huh. Guess he's not going for the kill on the mech. Is he going to choose to keep that tank concealed? Well, the thing about Go holding his power is he might have an Urban Blight again next turn. 2 Urban Blights in a row can be pretty devastating. So we'll see if he can make something come of that. Ooh, give it a nice cheeky repair, get it to 10 HP maybe? I guess he's going to keep it hidden. Maybe move it to this forest over here in the middle. Oh, there he goes. I don't know why he didn't attack that first and then attack with the infantry there. Like the 6 and the 4 could have finished it off. This copter is open for a kill for an anti-air right there, but it's done a lot of damage so far. So, but there, ooh, very aggressive. I guess it's a good thing that Go did not get that close and put his thing in the forest right there, because that anti-air is right there. Oh man, he's going right into the artillery, but he's not going to have enough units. He's going to have to kill off both these penguins, then put another guy there in order to attack. So that artillery is safe for another turn. At this rate, and this artillery could attack, I mean this anti-air can attack that one, but I wouldn't do that. Question is, do you attack the tank or do you attack the artillery? Personally, I'd probably attack the tank. Although if you attack the artillery, you can shift this copter down because he's not going to have anything. Actually, he might go for the artillery, or the anti-air. Then shift this copter down, build a copter next turn, have a counterattack over here. He's better hope he has Urban Blight too, because these two things capping right here are scary. He's going to lose the Comm Tower next turn. But he will have one turn of having both Comm Towers. Go7 will. So it looked like Tordread was going to get the Comm Tower first. However, and the usage of the Urban Blight worked out to Go's advantage. He is able to... Oh, unless Tordread sacks this copter for the sake of blocking. Oh no. Oh no, Tordread. Tordread is getting way too aggressive. This is what Go wanted. Go wanted Tordread to get too aggressive. My goodness, look at all these copters and tanks. He's going to have both Comm Towers and probably a power. Oh man, he's going to regret that. He's getting way too... He's attacking on all fronts. Remember what I said. You want to have a strong side to weak side. He's attacking on the strong side over here, and he's attacking on the weak side over there. He's getting too cocky. Oh man. Oh, Tordread, I think that's a big mistake. You had the lead, but now Go's got some counterplay. Go's got some counterplay, baby. We'll see. But I'm assuming he's going to attack that anti-air. He's going to kill that tank. He's going to kill that other tank, probably. Look at all these copters and shit. And that tank. He's going to get a power. Might get a power. Man, this anti-air is so late. The damage has been done already. Oh, man. Ooh, this is a juicy game. Yes, he's smart. He got the Comm Tower first. He's got the 20% increase in firepower to a flat zippity doodah in firepower right now for Tordread, unless he's on a city with the 40%. 0% across the board on plains, roads, what have you. Oh boy, we got a fifth spectator. Someone has found the game. It's probably Starflash or Mr. Greensuit or someone who's vowed to find the matches. I mean, these aren't too hidden with these nicknames, so if someone wants to enjoy them, have at it. This is looking really good for Go now. That attack right there with the tank, you're losing that tank. No question. You're losing that tank. Question is, can you kill this tank too and also get control of the city? He's probably attack with this copter right there. Finish off with this tank. He went for the tank. Did not go for the... So I assume this copter is going to go over here. This tank is probably going to go over here on the city, maybe? No. It's too early for a city. Tordread's going to get the Urban Blight soon. Interesting. Oh, he's doing both worlds. Best of both worlds, huh? Interesting. Got the kill on the tank, too. I assume he's going to swing this copter down there? Swinging everything down. He can reinforce. Let's see what he can do here. He needs to get Urban Blight. Doesn't need to, but it would be really nice for him to get Urban Blight right here. Delay these two over here. He's not going to delay the Comm Tower. No, he's going to capture the Comm Tower regardless. But Urban Blight would give you the extra boost you need to break. Yeah, that's... And 8 HP probably won't kill, even though he's got 20%, but it might. 8 HP, then a full HP Penguin. Probably finish that off in 2 hits. If he wants to save the full HP tank for the full HP tank, a tank-on-tank hit. If he kills that tank, he might have enough charge to get that to 7. Get that down to 7. Yeah, then the Penguin, boom, bye-bye. I'm gonna have to talk to Mr. Walker or whatever about that stupid loading thing for the next tournament. But, okay, so now he's so close to the Urban Blight, he only needs 600. That's an infantry on infantry fight. Nah, I don't really think you'd want it. What would you... This... No, you wouldn't get enough from the recon killing that either. Yeah, so you don't... Oh, that's so annoying. He's got to attack with this Penguin over here, I guess. Yeah, I guess he's got to attack with this Penguin and attack that infantry. Oh, okay. And now he's going to use it? That was a late Urban Blight. I don't really like that. Will this anti-air be able to even get there? If he blocks off the path, he should have used Urban Blight there. Now he's not. He can't block off the path. Go is really holding on to those Urban Blights like there's no tomorrow. And if he doesn't use it, he's going to get these 2 caps. Now he uses it very late in order to stop the caps. Copter. Not really over here. They're still going over here. He did the damage to the thing, but it's not really... He's gonna get a big beefy hit from that city though when Tordread pops his Urban Blight. Massacres something or other over here. Oh, he's bringing the copter back over here. So interesting. The copter went over here at first and then came back. The copters are all going over here. They're swarming. Front switch. So I like front switches, but not in the middle of an attack, I guess. But he has a pretty decent lead, I suppose. Oh, nice. No, never mind. Doesn't matter. I guess he's blocking a copter lane of attack over here. See, I would have attacked this penguin over here, gotten the Urban Blight, then killed this, put my tank like right over here or some crap, and blocked. I mean, it's still gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's still gonna hit that 9, but at least it wouldn't have hit it from a city. So you're just gonna hit something from a city over there, and you don't. All right, let's see what Tordread can do. Go's running out of time though. 4 minutes to 16 minutes. Like I said, Tordread is a proven live connoisseur, expert. He breathes live. So okay, that at least one of those copters is dying, if not 2. Let's see how many he can kill. He's probably got more copters coming. It's not going to be pretty over here, but it's also not going to be pretty over here. They're both front switching at the same time, which is very curious. Because it seems like Tordread's kind of weakening up over here, whereas this attack over here is starting to push forces forward, whereas Go is doing the opposite. So, oh goodness, I should have done that first, dude. Got to get the vision first. Mundo. Now he sees everything. Let's see something slither over and attack from the city, maybe. That's what I would do. Get a free shot on the recon. 100% deady dead. Yep. Ouch. Sucks for Go. I knew we'd lose at least 1 and 2. Ooh. Okay, that's not that bad. It's just 4 HP. So, now if I'm Tordread, I shift all my shit over here because you're going to get massacred. You're like, oh, there's not that much resistance here after all. That's a hint of what's to come. If there's not much resistance over here and you think you're winning, you're going to have to expect a big beat down over on the other side. And he's proven that there's artillery over here, right? Remember what I said, you see an artillery, you front switch. So if I'm Tordread, shift all the shit over here. Just shift it all. Forget the caps. Forget the capping that. Maybe you keep capping that one, but you... Oh, he's got an artillery there. Tordread's in it. He's in it. He's buckled down. He's doubled down. But Go's got a lot of tanks. Go's got copters. Got tanks from a lot of angles. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. The main talk of the town, though, Tordread, 14 minutes. Go. 4 minutes. So, let's see. Yeah, it looks like he's going to bring 1 tank up. Yep. Or an infantry up and get the hit off. Will it be worth it? We'll see. Where will this go? Ooh. Luckily there's a forest there, so I can't. Ooh. Tordread's getting a lot of kills. Man, this game's going back and forth. Now it looks like Tordread's got the lead. However, there's probably going to be a big counterattack from Go. Unfortunately, he used his Urban Blight last turn. It would have been really nice this turn. So he's got to retreat over here, I would think. Go does. But he's got to get the right spacing. He's got to kill this infantry first. Oh, yeah, the tank sees it. But if he... Oh, okay. Heals it up. Gonna fire on the one on the city, maybe? Kill it with... And then you need to kill this 2 HP infantry, which is really annoying. Okay. Well, he can actually also just kill this anti-air up there. He won't have anything for the copters. So Go's gonna get a lot of free copter hits over here. Unless Tordread's, you know, super proactive and built 2 anti-air to go over here, which is not unheard of, but he's got one over here, he's got one over here. You know, most times you don't see someone with 3 anti-air on a map. Okay, brings the tank over here so he gets 2 angles for attack. This copter's going to attack first, followed by a tank. I don't think that's 100% kill though. It might be a roll, so it's risky. It's risky business. Yeah, that's not killing. That's not killing. I think he needs to attack from right here with this tank. Get vision of it. He won't be able to do anything this turn, though. kill that infantry, get vision. That artillery's going to have to retreat or else it's going to be deady. And this recon can just attack the infantry or some shit. That's frustrating though. And this tank's got to attack that other tank, I guess. Yeah, interesting. Interesting lanes. Okay, what's he got going on over here? There's an artillery down there though. Yeah, exactly. You want to attack there and then reveal the artillery. Oh no, the artillery's one back. Whoa, I think Go is probably surprised by that. You'd expect it to be in the forest. Damn. That sucks. Well, free hit, I guess, but they're just going to die next turn. You're going to wrap around something on the... I don't think you'll have an Urban Blight next turn since they've spent so much. Every time you use a superpower or a CO power, it costs 20% more to use them next time. It's going to cost 20 more funds spent and lost or whatever the hell. Extra charge, so... I don't think an Urban Blight, but yeah, you can wrap around any of these 3 tanks. Attack from the city, kill something on the city, and attack, and it's going to be a 1-hit KO on that artillery. Over here, yeah, you're probably going to want to retreat. Just, yeah. No Urban Blights come and heal everything up. Just run. Just run. Nothing else really to say. Just run. Front shift. Looks like that's what Go's doing. We got 2 front shifts going on. So... may the best front shifter win, but Go is down to 2 minutes and 45 seconds, so he needs to really start picking up the pace. And the thing is, these games get more complex as they go on, so it's hard to pick up the pace at the end. You really want to spend all your time at the end and go really quick at the beginning because these games get more sharp, these games get more intense. Okay, that's a dead arty, but it's getting some hits off. Let's see how many tanks for reinforcement Tordread has, because he revealed a lot of stuff over here. So he had to siphon some of his offensive attack to go over here. And it looks like he's retreating despite attacking with the artillery. Okay, let's see if this infantry will get in the way and make some infantry walls. Some cobbled together infantry walls. They're not going to be pretty. At least go stop this cap over here, though. That cap is not happening. Way too many units now. This game is... woo! It's what you expect, man. Let's go, mother cluckers! And the recon. Okay, front shifting over here. Looks like Tordread is pulling back and shifting units over here. Similar to Go. Yeah, like I said, front shift. Pretty obvious at this point. Go needs to have the penguins in position. He lost his T-copter. He needs to have his penguins in position to recapture. So he can start putting his black boat back over here, transporting his units to either this shoal over here once he kills the infantry, or this shoal over here, which will be a bit harder at this time period, but within the next 2 or 3 turns, and try to recapture everything. But the thing is, we're halfway there, and Go has 2 minutes. I knew this would come into play, so we'll see if this time is really, it's going to decide it. I hope it's not a flagging thing, where it goes down to time, but you never know. Bringing in that copter just to see where everything's going on. The recon has some pretty good, decent vision too, Tordread's recon. So I don't really know why I just threw in this thing to attack an infantry, kind of strange. Probably would have, like, I don't even know, combined it with another copter or some crap, rather than just sack it like that, but to each their own. When he gets a vision, but like I said, he doesn't get any additional vision because that recon was already there. Tordread consolidating his forces, revealing a tank over here. Oof, that sucks. Did not have enough infantry to cover that up. Did not have enough infantry, that's why. Yeesh. Recon's paying off. Getting vision of units that can be picked off. Tordread, I think, is ahead in the KD ratio, but you never know. So, let's see what Go does about it. He's going to just massacre everything over here first, and then probably focus on this next. He's already got everything planned out. That artillery is deady. Got 3 freaking tanks. That one can't reach. Probably going to kill this infantry. Yeah, and, alright. And then probably bring... gotta kill that infantry just to get some extra vision denial. This tank over there is gonna kill that tank. Gotta be careful of the hot lava cities, though. Gotta make sure your penguins are on the front lines. That HP one, probably want to heal it up. Make sure it's ready to cap next turn. Get this artillery on a city, maybe. Although Tordread is getting quite close to an Urban Blight. So you might want to be a little careful about the cities. You might want to hold on to Urban Blight when he's capturing, maybe. So maybe Tordread wouldn't pop it yet. Maybe he's waiting for him to capture that property. Maybe he's waiting for him to capture the comm tower. But yeah, Go's getting ready to get these little pengies on board. Oh, he didn't bring it over here. I thought he'd bring a double-loaded penguin and then plop, plop. Right there. Okay, good. Recon there. So, recon, lose, 3 HP, no biggie. Tank is more of a big deal. Let's see. Ooh, trapped. Do you go for it? Yeah, why not? I mean, look at how all out Tordread is over here. I probably would go for the copter kill over here on that tank. Okay, so he's used up his 2 minutes for the turn. Oh, he's putting stuff on the cities. He's got to retreat. Retreat, and he's probably got to build anti-air? Cop? I don't know. Is he going to let this whole thing fall apart? Like, just got to run. Yeah, there you go. Attack. You see how much he's going all out over here. You got to attack. Gonna kill the copter? Maybe? We have front shifting all his penguins over here. Go to safety. Keep that over there. God damn, blur it. Make sure that they can cap these two things too easily over there. Keep something over there. I mean, it's weakened, but force Tordread to spend units to get adjacent to the forests to make sure you get something out. Ooh, Tordread revealing and bringing out an infantry at the same time. And Diddy dead. So many units. The question is, when do I front switch? Like, does he kill everything here and then immediately go back over there? Because I feel like if you keep pressing, it's going to be stalematy. I feel like you want to kill all of these units and then just go and stop camping out. Just immediately go over there. Ooh, man, Tordread's being brutal with the infantry. And he's got to retreat. If I'm Tordread, retreat all these infantry. They're just going to die on the front lines. Run. Just like Go's doing. Run. Maybe go to the right over here to your safe unit side. Or just go downward. He's going for the caps too. Both of them going to hold on to the Urban Blight. Although Go might use it next turn because Tordread plopped this on this instead of the forest because there was an infantry there. I might have... Oh, what I've done is plop the black boat there, killed with the copter, then plopped my infantry there, and then captured. Because since it's on the tower this turn, it will be impacted by an Urban Blight that Go will probably pop this turn. Maybe not, depending, because he would deny 2 property caps doing that. So we'll see. But Go only has 2 minutes. He'll have 4 minutes. It's 2-minute increments, so he'll have 4 minutes. But he can only afford to spend 2 minutes per turn. And once you run out of time, there is an extra 1-minute reserve timer. But I don't really know how that works very well. I usually just try to keep it above normal time. But there is an emergency time for 1 minute afterward. But hopefully it doesn't come to that. So Go bringing in his, going for the cap there, going over there, bring it over to the forest. There you go. Smart move. Love it. Kill all these infantry and shit. Why not? And then probably start front shifting now, actually, maybe. He's got to have 1 tank over here, though, for the anti-air in the corner. Start front shifting, but keep your recons over here. Probably bring all your copters. Oh. Okay, so that... Let's see. So, high stakes. Man, I hate this stupid pop-up. Really going for the pickoffs. Really going for the pickoffs over here. Huh. Alright, well this tank's should have go. Oh, he's attacking. Oh, he wanted to get the Urban Blight popped, so he attacked. So this anti-air only have 3 HP and not do negligible damage. Maybe that's why. Ooh, feisty. That's feisty, especially when you consider this is the strong side of Tordread right now. It's got at least 2 copters, probably 3. This tank needs to go over here. Okay, he bought the anti-air last turn. He's down to 2 minutes, so he's over the 2 minute per turn. He's slightly over, so he needs to finish this in the next 15 to 20 seconds. That's the most. If I'm Go, I'm like, I gotta go. Bring the artillery down. Build your units. Go. No more than 1 minute 30 seconds. Come on, go. It's in his name. Go. Did that copter just get overlapped? Okay. 1 minute 30. And get your stuff. End your turn. Get your stuff. Copter, tank, infantry. Okay. Go. End. Okay. As expected, Tordread pops the Urban Blight. He's going to get control of the city and kill that tank. So, that was a little greedy. Lived. But there's another infantry, so it doesn't matter. Then he's going to one-shot that tank with another tank. Yep. And, there's nothing over here. Look at the darkness. No one knows what's going on, except for this penguin that's going to imminently die. Rippers. Let's see, did he have one in the forest? He did. Ooh. Go should have hit that. Kept that hidden longer. Ooh. Oh, man. Okay, well, at least Go's going to capture this next turn. He's got units in position, but Tordread has so much more time. He's got 11 more minutes than Go. Man, we're at day 18. Are we going to get to the point where it comes down to a... what the heck? That attack? Didn't even attack. That was just kind of... Huh? Interesting. Well... Alright, Go seems to be going for the throat over here rather than... I mean, both of them kind of are. Funny how you got your... you were going for the strong side first, and you immediately shift to your weak side. Now both of them are attacking on their weak sides. So strange how that works sometimes in higher level play. Tordread has loads of time. Loads and loads of time, and he's capturing more properties than Go is currently. So Go is probably a bit worried about that. Maybe you want to build another anti-air next turn. And a smart move by Go just to build a copter and 3 infantry because he knew their light was coming. Probably can build something more beefy this turn. Maybe double tank in it, copter. Maybe anti-air, tank. You know, a lot of possibilities. Depends what his income is. I don't even know what his income is. I think it's kind of low, though, right now. I think Tordread's income is quite better than his right now because he has that property right there, whereas Go does not. And, yeah, we'll see. Going for the comm tower first, as he should. At this point of the game, you want the comm tower more than the income advantage. Early on in the game, sure. Go for the income advantage. At this point of the game, you want to go for the comm tower. I'm gonna... These pop-ups, man, they're going to be the death of me. Okay, bring in the copter over here. Interesting. Why is he only building... He must be saving up for something. He must be saving up for a medium tanker. Huh. Okay. Well, you can safely heal now because Tordread used his Urban Blight. Bring the copters back up. Good front switch. Good front switch. Yeah, keep a few behind. Maybe heal this artillery. Oh, you have another one now. So make a nice death ball. And push over here. Push over there. Or up diagonally. We'll see, but he's ahead on his time this time. Okay, good. He used less than 2 minutes because he was at 1 minute 30 last time. He actually gained a net amount, assuming he finishes before 1 minute 20. I think he had a minute 20 last time. So he's ahead on time. Good. You want to get a net gain. Go is still in this. Man, this is back and forth. I don't even know who's winning right now. If I had to guess, I don't know. I can't see KDs. I would guess that Tordread's winning. Rough guess, Tordread's winning. It's hard to say. It's hard to call. But you never know. Tordread can blow it. He can go... Tordread could go all in right here and get annihilated, so... Tordread could be ahead. Remember earlier on when Tordread went a little too aggressive on his weak side? He's in the belly of the beast. Why are you attacking there, dude? Just focus up here. You focus up here. Don't worry about down here right now. There's... Oh, he's front shifting down here. Alright. Put that in here. Bing, bing. Gonna die. And at this point in the game, Urban Blight costs so much money, you don't really have to worry about it every other turn like you did before. So sitting on cities, just control the cities. Blast it with the artillery. Take it over with the recon. Kill it with the, I don't know, anti-air, whatever. Like, there's so much counterplay here. And he knows, Go saw the anti-air over here last turn as well. Another tank over there. See, these recons on the front line are doing a damn good job. Seeing all the tanks coming, seeing the tank over here, seeing the tank over here come to the forest, seeing the tank over here go to the forest. You saw the anti-air last turn. Damn, those recons are doing some good work. I mean, he has 2 for some reason, but, you know, whatever. I'd probably slide one over here because Tordread's probably moving all his tanks over here, so he's going to leave these infantry exposed. So, yeah, we'll see. Just make sure that Go captures this comm tower first before he attacks, which is very difficult to do when you're, you know, low on time. You just start, you get tunnel vision. Let's see if Go does it. Yep. He's a great player. All right, let us see if we can really punish Tordread for this aggression right here. I thought Tordread had the lead, but Go might be able to pick up some free kills right here, depending on Tordread's size of his army. Because Go has nice positioning right here. Tordread's army is probably bunched around over here. There's some forest and whatnot, like terrain kind of a little hard to reinforce. So I think Go should go on the offense over here. Kill at least 2 infantries and this copter. Probably get vision on this tank over there and also get a hit off. So if I'm Go, I gotta attack probably. Oof. Bring this infantry down, start capping one of these 2. This infantry over here in the corner. Neo tank, that's what he was saving up for. A Neo tank, not a bomber, a Neo tank. Huh. I guess bomber is more susceptible to a anti-air. Neo tank is probably not expected at this point. I mean, all we've seen is artillery, tanks, recons, and anti-air, and copters. We haven't seen any medium tanks, we haven't seen any Neo tanks, we haven't seen any bombers, fighters. Pretty low level fights in terms of technology, low technology fights. I mean, this is a lower income map. We probably have around 21,000 income. Don't quite know how much, maybe 21, 22,000. So, understandable that they're not going for the big beefy units. There you go. Recon sees the anti-air. It's still where it was last turn. So you want to keep these copters behind. You can kill that copter over there with an anti-air. You don't need to use a copter of your own. My goodness. Slide that in. Oh, interesting. Interesting how he used a copter instead of an anti-air. Oh, well, don't know what to say about that, but okay. Guys, there's a tank right there. So maybe put a recon there. Tank attacks on the side. Tank attacks from the bottom. Could block the way of this anti-air. This penguin is not even satisfied with going over to this one. Wants to go for the offensive. Copters are shifting upwards. Man, this is so much like mind games going on. Go is running low on time now. His copters are going on the offense over here, but his units on the ground are going over here, and he's not... Huh. But he sees the... Huh. I guess he knows that he has artillery, and... Well, he's back at his baseline of 1 minute 20 seconds. So he's using 2 minutes a turn, basically, which is fine. He's got a Neo tank. He built before he went. I think if he was going to be able to make a Neo tank, now is the time before he gets enough for an Urban Blight and do a lot of damage. He's not going to reach that this turn. Sensing some weakness over here, Tordread goes in. But Go is stronger than Tordread thinks. Maybe that's why he brought the copters up here. So if he had him over here, he had vision. But if he brings them up here, out of the limelight, yeah, they can come down. Go might be playing some like Sun Tzu kind of shit, where it's like you pretend you're weak to your enemies, then your enemies blunder in front of you and you beat the shit out of them. I think that I'm paraphrasing. I don't think that's what, you know. Ooh, that sucks though. He got vision on that. That sucks. Let's see if he has a punish. He can kill off this artillery, but I don't know if he has a follow-up attack to break through this one. Let's see. That'd be pretty brutal if he does. Let's see if he's a tank. That would be nice and brutal. If he doesn't, though. He does. Ooh, brutalized. Okay. But we have some copters. Go has a lot of counterattack, though. Man, Tordread has so many freaking tanks. But he left the city open. He left that city open so he can get a one-shot on either... He can one-shot the artillery or anti-air. Oh my god, 3? Oh, he's well prepared for those Go copters. This is not looking good for Go. Tordread is well prepared. Man. He's got the Neo tank. It's going to take 3 to 4 turns for it to come over there. This is like the dubious positions. Like, it looks not overextending. I think they're about equidistant from these bases over here. Go to Tordread. Farther for Tordread, but he has a bunch of roads and stuff where he has to go around mountains and forests and whatnot, so I think it's equidistant in terms of tread distance. In terms of infantry distance, goes much closer. But, yeah, let's see. He left the city open, so he's going to have to use that to punish. He's got a lot of copters, but, like... Look at those anti-air. They're getting 3 copter kills. Well, you're going to kill one of them. Maybe you can injure another one of them. If you get an Urban Blight, maybe you can... there might be something right there, though. You could possibly mutilate. Kill 1 or 2 and mutilate the 3rd, and maybe your copters will be good. See what we can do here. He's got 3 minutes, though, my god. That infantry was a little too aggressive. You could have capped this turn. Heal it up. Send this one down, maybe? Whew. My goodness. Bring it back. He's not healing because he knows if he heals, he's going to get injured from the Urban Blight. Man, is this going to be an all-in? Does this have to be an all-in for Go at this point? Tordread's a little bit slower on the capture game at the top over here. I thought he would have had the corner and this one captured by now, but he's a bit slow. So he's going to kill that easy one right there. Okay. This one's got to retreat or something. So he's not using that city yet. He's probably going to use it to attack that tank. Oh, sucks. He cannot reach that anti-air. So that one's going to live. I don't see any way that he reaches that one. Just going to kill 1. Maybe attack that other one, bring it down to 2, 3 HP. Probably 3 or 4, actually, to be honest. Okay, so he uses the power. So this copter over here attacking... Oh, no, he's using a tank. 1 shots. But now Tordread's going to use... Yeah, look at... Oh, these copters are going to die, man. These copters are going to die. Oof. What is he going to do with these 2 copters? Is he just going to sack them, like, to do damage? Like, I feel like this is an all-in at this point. See, he saved up 2 turns for the Neo-Tank, which means 2 turns of tanks did not come in here. That's the issue with teching up. You have to save up for it, and then you have a glut and your resupply chain. You're gonna have a backup. You're just gonna have infantry for a while before you have the Neo Tank. There's not much going on. There's no tanks coming in fresh. Well, Tordread's probably tanking it up. You know, it's Tordread, Mr. Tank Daddy over there. He probably doesn't even know what a Neo Tank is. He just builds normal tanks. Go's debating what to do right here. Should he use those 2 copters? I mean, like, these are probably gonna die anyway. Like, you might as well just throw them in, maybe. Maybe send this one over here to the top and try to hold. Where you try to take over here, but this is not looking good for Mr. Go7. And he's running out of time, too. He's really debating what to do. Yeah, this is getting to a nail-biter. But goes down to 7 seconds. Go, what are you doing, man? You gotta go, go, go. He must be in, like, the move planner or some shit. Dude. Okay, so now he's in the emergency time. He is in the emergency time. Oh, whoa. Okay. My thing must have lagged for a bit. Okay, so Go does have time. He had 26 seconds. But Tordread's going to have a powerful counterattack right here. It looks like he already killed the copter with this anti-air. He killed another copter with this anti-air. He's going to kill another copter with this copter. Oh, man. Not kill, but mutilate. At least Go does have this right here, but it's probably going to be vulnerable to a tank attack. Tordread's got a lot of tanks. Will this Neo Tank make it in time? That's another thing. That's another discussion entirely. Ooh, okay. Good for Go. That blocked another lane of attack on this anti-air. Oh, still reached it anyway. Didn't really matter that much in the end anyway. Okay, now Go's got to capture these properties. Alright, Tordread's little infantry. They're still alive over there. They're a little quiet for a bit, but they're alive. Now he's capturing these properties. There he goes. Took him a while, but he's capturing these properties over here. And it looks like from the look of this recon and these tanks, it looks like he's going to try to come back over here. It looks like he's going to pull back from here, maybe disengage a bit, and then try to get these back. Just by the unit composition over here. I mean, that's his hope. It's day 22. There's only 8 days left before the thing kicks in. Yeah, he's going to go on. He's going to go back to his strong side. Is this Neo tank gonna go over there? No, I think the Neo tank's gotta go on the weak side and bring the tanks and the recon over there. Yeah, the Neo tank's gotta come over here. What are you gonna do, Goey? At least you get a hit off on one of these tanks from the city. Gotta retreat that, get a one hit KO. One shark KO. These two anti are gonna live too. So any attack he does with a copter, it's gonna get punished. Ooh. Alright, well he can... Okay. He needs to somehow... I didn't kill. Oh, I did. Okay. One shot one of these tanks, the 8 HP one probably. Or no, the 7 HP because you can kill the 8 HP over here. But these anti-air, man, they're pesky. Interesting. That was kind of weird. Man, these lag are going to be the end of me. Day 22. Day 2020, 2020, 22, 2. He's gonna lose these two properties. I mean, Tordread's gonna lose these two properties over here as well. So, can't really help that. Anti-air again. There's a lot of copters going on over here. This looks really dubious for Go, though. I think Tordread's got this. Because he's got a lot of copters. And anti-air, he's going to kill all these things. He's going to kill that copter. He's going to kill... Actually, Go's only got one copter left. He's going to see the Neo tank, though, and he's going to be scared. That's for sure. There you go. Looking dubious. This is going down to the wire, man.
Are we at like an hour and a half now? Oh my god.
Ooh, this is why the other tournaments are set 30 minutes each side. This is long. Yeah, here come the two copters. It's a 2-hit KO. Boom. I don't know how Go comes back from this. That Neo tank is too late. The damage has been done. Tordread can even interrupt this gap over here where Go cannot. Yeah. Doesn't see the Neo yet, but I mean... There's so many unit count is what matters, not tech at this point. If I'm going, I'm in resign range. Depends. He has a lot of confidence in himself, and he's better than everyone in FOG, so I assume he would not give up easily, but it's looking very grim. He's fighting back this attack over here, this tanking. He got his properties too. Looks like Go's not going to get this one. That might be the difference maker in the game. So, along with losing on the fight, even if you get to day 30, Tordread might be able to prevent this easily. Urban Blinds. He doesn't have enough anti-air. God. Sometimes I hate this site. Okay. Oh man, you can't even kill that anti-air. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. That sucks. Just to pump out copters and anti-air ASAP. Bring the recon stuff over here. And pray to God he can make something happen over here in the meantime. Surprised he didn't bring the anti-air over here and shift it over here to be quicker to reinforce, but... Man, oh man. Yeah, look at all these copters that just got away scot-free. There's only one copter to do damage back, and there's that one artillery, and then Tordread. He's going to use his Urban Blight, and that's not going to get capped. And it's looking like this is just a G-ger. Looking like a G-ger. A G-jizzle. Before upsetting the 1 seed, I don't see how you come back from this. I don't see how you come back from this. That was kind of Ballsy going for the anti-air kill on the tank. I don't know about that. But Go just doesn't have the firepower to fight back. I don't. And he's got the time advantage too. Tordread's sitting pretty.
Tordread's just straight up chilling.
And Tordread has the most properties right now. So, yep. Boom, boom, boom. And then over here, he does not see the tank. Go is smart. Put the tank outside of infantry vision over here. So but he needs to get capping over here very quickly. And his infantry are all weakened except for that one behind the tank. Boom. Gonna kill that. Kill the 5 HP probably. Doesn't see the tank yet. Doesn't see the recon either. Alright, Go. Are you gonna resign here? Like, this is not looking... Nope. The ego is too high. The ego is too high. There you go. One shot. Get that infantry in position. Although, why didn't you just go straight? Then he could have capped this in 2 turns. Or in 1 turn. Because it was right over here, right? It was right there, so... It was right here. Alas. He's rushing. He's got 2 minutes every turn. Double anti-airing it. Wait, there's a lot of copters. I don't know how he comes back. All these weakened units, and he couldn't capture the property that Tordread had, and... He's got a Neo Tank. That's the one thing he has right now. He's got a Neo Tank. Lower on time, lower on units, lower on income. Got a Neo Tank. Front shifting with the Neo, maybe? This is a weak little front shift. FOG. Right, Go. What are you gonna... Very good. Straight and see what he does about that. Clearly his income lead now. Probably knows about that penguin over there. He's gonna murder that. Retake these 2. Gotta hold on to these somehow. I mean, those penguins aren't in great position right now. He's probably got at least 1 tank over here. Or not. Yeah. Seemed like a pretty quick turn. Neo tank to attack a single infantry. Alright, well, Tordread, you gotta have a bomber ready. I'm assuming he's getting a bomber, maybe? Or maybe he's getting his own Neo tank, I don't know. Usually when I see a Neo tank, I don't go for my own Neo tank, I go for some sort of counterplay. Go for like a bomber, some artillery or some shit. You know. I mean, hell. I don't know what the income levels are right now, because I can't really see, but just debating what to do, apparently. I know he's not. Man, this site. Okay. He's got to capture these things quick. We're at day 25. Oh, this is going to come down to capture limit, isn't it? Oh, lordy lorders. This is the Penguin King we're talking about, though. You're in the #1 seed for a reason. Mech? Infantry. Will we see it come out? I think you see it unloading, right? Unload and then heal. So tricky, so tricky. Tricky. Basically, at this point, ignore units, go for the captures. 4 more days, go for killing infantry. Attack Ghost infantry when they try to cap either one of these. He will have an Urban Blight. That might be an emergency button, that Urban Blight right there. So, make sure you just hold on to that 1 extra property. They're even over here. Go to these 2, go to these 2. Go's definitely, yeah, he's obviously going to interrupt that. Tordread has other units. He's going to get punished for that. It's not like Tordread's all shifted over here. He won on the side over here, so... Ooh, free kill. Well, not free. Nothing's free in Advanced Wars. He's going to get murdered. No doubt about it. by a nice little tanky or something that goes on that city and blasts the Kingdom Come. But Neotank on the Comm Tower, Tordread probably would like to use an Urban Blight, but actually at this point, like, I don't give a shit about a Neotank. It's day 26. You want to prevent caps. So just hold on to that. Prevent these two. Tordread wins. Easy as that. I think they both realize at this point. We'll see. Did the Neotank really attack that black boat? Did 6 damage to a black boat? Whatever, man. I mean, I guess he has to heal it or something because it's running out of fuel. Okay. Gun needs to make something do with these properties though. Okay. Tordread is obviously not going to allow that cap. Probably keep the Urban Blight in his arsenal for later use, not to use it right now. I'm so surprised Go's still in this, to be perfectly honest. I thought he was toast for sure. Builds another T-Copter because you need the T-Copter to transport units to get the caps. Tordread right now, I focus on infantry. Kill all this shit over here. Maybe go for the corner cap. You got a bomber! Boom! Damn, it didn't do that much though. Guess I got the nice defense. It's a little odd though. 6 damage, not bad. Anti-air is not in position to punish. Oh no, it is. Okay, this one can. This one can punish. So he's gonna lose some HP on that. Actually, he's gonna lose the entire bomber because it's attacking from a city. Oh, interesting. I would have held on to that a little longer, I think. I would have held on to that a little longer. See what he does with it. I want to see if there's anything that... Hey, I mean, this anti-air is gonna one-shot that. If Go uses his power, it's gonna one-shot it. You need to attack that penguin, attack that penguin. You cannot allow any caps, and then you win. And he used his emergency button already, unfortunately for him. So... yeah, we'll see how it plays out. Ooh. And then he's got to defend over here. Torch is going to use his Urban Blight, but he might have another infantry over here to get ready to cap next turn. Go is putting up a fight for his life, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to have to capture two of these hardest properties to capture, and he can't capture. There's so many units. Like, what's he going to capture? The capture... That's why I put the day limit in place. If there's no day limit, this game will never freaking end. So, let me just double check there's a day limit. If there's not, then I'm going to be pissed. Yeah, there's 30 days. Okay. Alright, Go. What do you, Yeah, he's going to kill that, and then he's going to kill the bomber. Are you going to do it? Oh, no, whoa. Why didn't he cap that? Penguin, cap that. Damn, dude, don't forget about the day limit. Don't forget about the day limit. Boom. Oh, it didn't die. Boom. That died for sure. Oh, man. Oh my god, is Go actually going to pull this off? What the flup is happening? Ah, chaos and refreshes. And, oh, this game is... This is a marathon, man. Oh. Is Go actually going to be able to pull this off? Is he? This is... No way. No freaking way. No freaking way. I don't believe it. Can't happen. No way. Not with Tordread the Terrible over here. No way. Like Ivan the Terrible, but Tordread. Baby. Capture? Gotta put some penguin pressure. Gotta put some penguin pressure on the caps. What do you even buy at this point? Like a fighter or some shit? It's not gonna make it to the front lines in 3 days. Tank? Get T-Copter? Okay. Just gotta prevent these caps. That penguin might be a life-saving role if he tries to cap that. Oh lord. What happens if we have a tie? And enemy income. Oh man, that's gonna really. I hope that doesn't happen. For my own sake. Oh man, what is going on? Nutty. This is nutty. I don't think we're getting another power before the end of the game. 60,000 at this point. I don't think we're going to see another power. Maybe from Go, maybe. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Tordread. We can delay that. I guess we go to KD. I guess we go to KD after this. And the guy with the most kills is the tiebreaker, if it comes to that. I don't know how else to do it. I'm not doing a rematch. Hell no, my brain is fried from just this one match. We are entering an hour and 53 minutes right now for the match. So, probably gonna edit some stuff out maybe, who knows. It's a lot of stuff, so maybe I won't. But, holy crap. This is a long mother clucking game. Okay. Let's see. Now, if I'm Tordread, kill the penguins. Don't worry about the tanks, just kill the infantry. Seems like he's doing that, but the artillery are in place too. Oh my god, is Go actually gonna come back? Oh lord. Lord have mercy. Oh yeah, penguin's ready to cap. How is this happening? Oh man, I'm so dumbfounded. I'm so dumbfounded. I've ran out of water. I haven't been able to refill my water. I'm parched. Help me. Help me. My voice is getting hoarse. Help me. Alright, everyone. Mr. Go7's time. Let's see if he can make some things happen. What happens when my voice gets dried? Oh. God dangler it. Okay. Okay, he's getting a lot of kills over. I'm curious what the KD is going to be at the end. That recon's probably going to interrupt that over there, and that's probably... Well, maybe I'll keep the penguin there. I don't know. Because he's going to capture that in 2 days anyway, so I'm not sure if it's entirely worth it for the penguin to attack. Because I don't think he's going to get an Urban Blight anyway. Man, what the heck? Is Go really going to do this? Is he really going to do this? This might be the wildest fog game I've seen in a while. If only there was no freaking refresh thing, that would make that like cherry on top, but... Live and you learn. The Neo tank, the 1 HP Neo tank came back to do a little bit of damage. We might actually see an Urban Blight. Take that back, we might see one. We got 2 more days. Might see 1 or 2 more Urban Blights. Man, these penguins though, these vicious penguins. T-Copter's paying off. Start the game with a T-Copter, you end the game with a T-Copter. Got the kill off over here. It's actually happening. Bring in the reinforcements. Oh my god. Oh, it doesn't quite reach the... But if he gets an Urban Blight next turn, we shall see. This is nutty, man. What the heck is going on? What the heck is going on? Oh my god. I thought Tordread had this go. Now Goes looks like he's winning. We capture that property for sure. That property for sure. That property for sure. These are looking a lot more dubious for Tordread. What the... Oh my god. Oh my god, this is nutty. Unless Tordread has like something in store over here. Interrupts all these. We'll see. Okay. Tordread might have probably have some fight in him. I mean, there's probably something in the shadows over here. We'll see. 1 shot. Oh, not quite. Okay. Boom. Doesn't see the vision on the recon though. Doesn't have vision yet. Has to wrap around probably. Okay, gets the kill. Oh man. That infantry's all by itself? That's not good for Tordread. Doesn't quite reach, but An Urban Blight might come in, and then... Okay, he's going to interrupt that cap, probably. I mean, not probably. He will interrupt that cap. What am I talking about? He's not going to allow him to get that cap. Okay, he's stopping that cap as well. Got one anti-air, and he needs to get some damage off on that anti-air, though, so he can't punish the copter. Should we do infantry, maybe? Did he just attack with a 3 HP infantry? Yeah, I guess they do just a little bit of damage, so he can double. Let's shot that tank. Okay. Needs to slide a tank over here, get vision, attack this tank, and then attack with another follow-up attack, but it's easier said than done. Oh, the recon sees it. Okay, so we're probably going to see a tank attack rolling over here, killing the artillery. If he had enough tanks. Tordread seems awfully short on tanks. I thought he had a lot more than this. Damn, Ko really did some, that Neo did some work, huh? You got killed on at least the artillery or anti-air. Survived the bomber died. The Neo tank survived. So I guess the Neo tank did better than the bomber? Well, now it's dead. Okay, well, we're gonna get to day 29. I don't know if does it end on the end of 30 or does it end on the start of 30? I don't know. I've never done it before. This is the first time I've ever gotten to the day limit before. Oh my goodness. Tordready Dreaders. Oh, look at that. Oh, right in the plate. Oh, lost vision though, but he's going to gain it with that infantry and the copter. Oh, man. They're both playing so well, I don't want to make any calls. Day 29. Day freaking 29. As soon as it starts, we get the pop-up, because we love the pop-ups on this site. Interesting, okay. To get the charge. That's why he did it. Smart. Lordy, lords. Yeah, he did for the charge. Sacked his anti-air. Interesting. Huh. I'm a little confused like that. Why did he sack the anti-air of all things when he needed to kill this copter? What did he just... Did he just delete a unit? What's he doing? He's deleting units? Oh! No way! No freaking way! He's pulling the DG. He's deleting units to prevent charge. Oh my god. No freaking way. No freaking way. No 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 way. Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh my god. What the hell? Oh man. What the hell am I looking at? Oh, man. Tordread has an infantry over here, though. Or does it end on... We're on day 29. Does it end? He's probably desperately searching for charge. Oh, my God. No way. No way. No way. No way. So Tordread doesn't have any infantry over here then? No way. No way! Oh, man. And Tordread was ahead on the KDs. 77 to 72. He was ahead. Oh my god. That was insane. I've never seen that in a FOG game, deleting it. Oh my god. The capture limit came into play. I almost didn't even put the capture or the day limit in there. I almost forgot making the game. Oh my god. 2 hours and 10 minutes long.
This is nuts. I'm not gonna be able to do the finals today. I'm gonna be wearing another shirt for the final game. That was crazy. That was crazy. Let's look at the final board state over here. Tied, but Go is gonna win over here. 21,000 apiece. He had nothing to back up that one over there. If he could have captured that, he would have tied. I'm glad it didn't tie, but oh my god. Go lives up to the name. King Penguin. We gotta give him a round of applause. You gotta... Wow. Wow. I haven't seen a crazy game like this live since like the Manx tournament the first time. Sif versus Toulouse. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, I hope you guys enjoy yourself. Got another game coming up. Inkagark versus Hogat. Hogat will be giving his vision. Redemption World. Let's get it. But my god. Rewatch this game. This is nutty. I hope to see you guys next time. Peace out.